It is the time when you can observe your own thoughts, our own mind. That time if negative thoughts are coming again and again, that means you need to upgrade, software. We need to upgrade our software. Unless until we do not release negative thoughts, how much study we do in our life, PhD also we do, this study we do, that study we do, academically we will get certificate. But actually from inside, I am the same person. 20 years after also, I am having the same anger, same tension, I get irritated immediately, same, intensity. What I was 20 years back, after, 20 years before, after 20 years also, I am the same person. There is no improvement. Maybe I have got bank balance more, my car is there, my house is there, everything is there. But inside, there is no happiness and I am having same anger, same tension. So that's why we need to understand that it is not the degree that is important, but we need to understand the, natural certain, it's a common sense we have to apply. That how the nature works, how the, everything works around us. Apart from our academic study, we have to study the universal law also. So this law of cause and effect is one of the important law by understanding which we can solve any problem that comes in our daily life. We can teach our children how to solve the problem. Because what this law says is that whatever is impermanent, do not have craving, aversion, fear and worries towards impermanent things. If we see, our anxiety, our worry are towards impermanent things. Towards impermanent things. And if we see, nothing is permanent in this universe, including our body. Our body also is impermanent because it is undergoing change. So whatever is impermanent, what the enlightened masters they suggest is avoid craving, aversion, fear and worries towards the things which are impermanent. And if you see in this universe, everything is impermanent, including our body. That does not mean that we neglect, this body is impermanent, you are impermanent, my spouse is impermanent, children is impermanent. No. What this impermanent law teaches us that whatever time we are spending with our children, with our spouse, with our family, we have to treasure it. Because we are not going to be together forever. For certain years only we are going to be together. So whatever time we are together, let us not have any misunderstanding. Whatever time we spend together, let us spend quality time. Without any fighting, without any, confusion or blaming others. So that is how we appreciate the time. Whatever time we spend, 100% let me focus for my development, for my children, family, development, for the development of others. So then what happens that because you know the law of impermanence, that's why your thought process has got aligned, according to the natural law. So this is the real PhD. This is the real way of understanding how the things are, phenomena are happening. So then what happens is that in all the ups and downs of life, we will always come out, victorious. Because we know it is when downtime comes, this is also impermanent. See? So I do not get depressed. Whenever success comes, I know this is also impermanent. I should not get overjoyed. I should maintain what? Samatva. Samatva yoga uchyate. Equanimity is balance. Yoga is balance, equanimity. So all the ups and downs of life, I will able to maintain the balance because I know that nothing is permanent and whatever is impermanent, I do not have craving, aversion, fear and worries for impermanent things. So that's why all the ups and downs of life cannot affect us because we know the law of impermanence. And whatever is temporary, so that temporary thing, if I hold, that is called attachment. Attachment and detachment. Attachment is going against the law of impermanence. Something is temporary, I am trying to make it permanent. That is called attachment. Detachment is, I understand that this is impermanent and I appreciate it and spend, do the quality thing with that, spend quality time or whatever thing I do, I understand that this is impermanent, so let me have the proper timing with this thing, So then what happens? With detached way, your quality improves more. You give more quality time with other person. You give more quality time with your study. You give more quality time with your work. Because after certain hours your work will also get over for today. So let me, whatever time I'm working, let me give quality time. See, your work culture improves in the office or wherever you are working. The quality of the work will improve. So in this way, what happens? We become master of the present moment, because present moment we do not get carried away with any thoughts, with any influences or any failures or any success. We remain firmly footed in our feet, grounded, and we remain detached for everything. And greatest effort in life is to remain detached. Greatest effort in life is to remain detached. Whatever negative thought comes to us, whatever pleasant thoughts comes to us, I remain detached, because the pleasant thought is also impermanent. The unpleasant thought is also impermanent. So that's why I do not entertain those pleasant thoughts and unpleasant thoughts. And then I remain in the state of samatva, equanimity. This is the yoga way of living. So then what happens? You know how to remain detached, because if you get attachment, you will get disappointment, 100%. If we get attachment with the temporary things, 100% we will get disappointment, because that is going to disappoint us, because it is temporary. Even if I bought my body, will disappoint me when I become older, for example. I cannot retain my 30 years young body, right? I will become older and older. So I will take care of my body as long as I'm alive. At the same time, I know this body is also undergoing change. So I have to respect it, I have to accept it. That's why one of the principles here is, I forgive myself for not being the way I wanted myself to be. And I forgive you for not being the way I wanted you to be. And I love and accept myself exactly as I am. And I love and accept you exactly as you are. And I approve myself. Many times we criticize ourselves. Something I am not able to do, I will criticize. Said then this is the worst thing to do. So what is the thing is, I should be able to forgive myself. Then only I will be able to forgive others. I should be able to accept myself exactly as I am. Then only I will be able to accept exactly other people as they are. This is the basic software upgrade we need to do within ourselves. Then we become stable. And then the law of impermanence we know, and with that we are functioning. Then everything goes in a balanced way. So any question is there? Anything so far? Any question? Any doubt so far? Okay.
That's we will ask.
Do you have any question? Okay. So, Rhoda, can you give me a glass of water? Then today we were discussing about stress management. Stress is nothing but holding something, which is impermanent. Now you know. A thought, stressful thought is coming, or disappointment thought is coming. I go on holding it, and then it gets multiplied. That's why we get stuck in the loop of that stressful thoughts, and then so we get angry, and so we blame other person because of that we are But actually, is that not knowing the law of impermanence? I am getting carried away with the stressful thoughts of my own, and then I always see the fault in other person. That's why my stress has got multiplied. But when I know that this stress is coming for 5 seconds, let me not entertain it for say 5 months or 5 years. Let me get angry, no problem, for 5 hours, 5 days, does not matter. But I should not continue for 5 months or 5 years or 50 years. So then what happens is that with that reflection, that anitya, if I make it nitya, it leads to dukkha. Then reflection should be there every moment in our mind. Then every moment we remain detached and we live the life at the present moment 100% with freedom. We do not live under the influence of future anxieties. We do not live the present moment under the influence of the past. 100% with freedom we live. Then it is like a bird. When the bird fly in the sky, it does not leave any mark in the sky. A bird is flying, after the bird has flown, we cannot see any mark in the sky. In the same way, if we live with this detachment, with the law of impermanence, then we do not have the mark in the present moment. It's like like a bird flying on the air. So that means we do not create any agitation, any anxiety, any stress and tension at the present moment. Stress, tension, anxiety, all the depression are a mark we are creating. We are leaving the mark. But what enlightened master says that live the life like a bird flying on the air without leaving any mark. Living the life without having anger, stress, tension and all those things. All those will be there. But we overcome it as early as possible by reflecting on the law of impermanence. Then there is no mark remain. Then whatever we do not create or do not multiply our stress. Multiplication is stopped. Because we know how to apply the law of impermanence. So that's why we do not multiply our problem. And whatever problem is there, that get also eliminated gradually. Because new problem we have not added to our existing problem. Then what happens? Every time I get any challenging situation, I do not multiply it by reacting to it. But in that way, whatever new multiplication is stopped, then the old will surface and that also get evaporated. So once one of my friends was traveling in a nice road, then he was driving. Behind him, two people were coming in a bike. Then the nice road, the exit is, difficult to see sometimes, when you are speeding up in the nice road. So suddenly that friend saw exit is there. Then what happened? Suddenly he braked the car and exited in the Baragara road. Then behind this car, two people were coming, handicapped people. They were driving, carpenters. And they were not able to control because suddenly the front car, brake was, this one applied. Then they could become imbalanced and they fell down on the road full of, blood and all. And that person in the car, he could have, run away. Seeing that some accident has happened or people will catch him, police case will happen, he could have run away. But he did not run. He just applied the brake after going the distance as he heard some sound. What happened? He saw that in from the back mirror, people have fallen down because of him suddenly stopping applying the brake. Then he came out and took them in a hospital and applied them, and and they asked for 25,000 compensation, and he gave the 25,000 compensation plus treatment cost because he wanted not to multiply the karma. Otherwise, what happened? You could have run away. But these two fellow would have been always remembering, that fellow, did this thing to us, and they would have thought about him in a negative way. Then it is a good negative karma is coming to him because he has harmed somebody, and he ran away. But he did all the thing, negotiation and all. The people were happy because they got 25,000. Then because he did not multiply the karma, you got a point. He did not multiply the karma. So those people were also happy and he was also happy because he could treat them and he could get the compensation whatever they asked. That is avoiding multiplication of karma. Then what happened? That is how you do not create a mark on the air when the bird is flying. There is no mark. The same way we are living in this planet, but we are not creating a mark, negative mark. That is how the law of impermanence helps us. By applying this law, the formula, whatever is anitya, if I make it nitya, it leads to dukkha. Dukkha is nothing but stress, tension, anxiety, depression. Correct, no? So, any questions so far? Any doubt? Any clarification? Okay.
We will end with a prayer. Before that, just 1 minute silence. Keep your eyes closed. Stay in the silence mode for 1 minute, focusing on the breath.